Opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or messages posted in chat are strictly their own personal views and do not reflect the views of Bolin Services, Inc., a 501c3 nonprofit organization, nor does it reflect the views of the sponsors of this program. Political commentary, if any, are strictly personal opinions and should not be construed as endorsements of or opposition to any political party, candidate, or voter initiative by Bolin Services, Inc. This audio-visual presentation is copyrighted by Kenneth W. Bolin. No rebroadcast, retransmission, simulcast, or other distribution of this video or the audio associated with it is permitted without the express written permission of Kenneth W. Bolin. All original content on this presentation is owned in full and solely by Kenneth W. Bolin. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Star Maker Bolin Show or the Bolin Alley or whatever the show is called. We don't know because StreamYard is on crack cocaine tonight. We have scheduled this show a couple of times, and yeah, we're late, Becky. Just get over it. We're significantly on time. It's just we're on time in metric time. That's all it is. We scheduled the show multiple times. They appeared in the studio. They disappeared in the studio. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Even though Randy Satterley very kindly sponsored our StreamYard this month, he's not getting his money's worth. I'll just say that right now. So before I go any further and piss off more sponsors, which we don't have yet Jack in the Box up because I've been lazy ass. Yeah, I know. They'll show up sooner or later, probably sometime this weekend. But before we piss off anybody else, it's time to bring on the man who is known for his ability to piss off just about anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the headliner of this show, his name's on the marquee, Kenneth W. Bolin, the Star Maker. Kenny, how are you?
I'm not good. Can you hear me?
Either.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Can you hear me now? We didn't get no theme song tonight. That gets me in a bad mood. Sponsors
song going out.
I mean, I don't mean
Five Guys. Thank you, Jimmy Johns.
Yeah.
Please get a round logo, Five Guys, an official one before we have.
They have. Well, they're going to get the one. They're going to get the one we give them. Is the one they're going to get.
Yeah. I'm going to provide you with a brand new round logo, like every other restaurant in the world uses.
And a boatload of Jimmy John's food has been delivered here tonight. There's a bunch of it here. As David Letterman said about the group The Heavy, there must be 100 of them back there. Well, that's how I feel about Jimmy John's goods tonight. We got cookies, we got brownies, we got chips. Somebody once said that.
You're in good shape. You are well supplied.
I'm well supplied. But what I'm not supplied with is that I must have told you, and I do use the phrase told. I don't recall asking. Right. I think I told you 26 hours ago, 28 hours ago, that we need new banners. We need black backgrounds. We need new logos. We need the round five guys. I must have sent you 13. I sent you 100 of them, as to quote David Letterman. 100 logos. Yeah. And what else? And we have the new sponsor. Not only the Five Guys, we've got the Jack in the Box. We got Jack in the Box.
Jack, yeah.
This is their first night. What have you been doing? Sleeping? Napping? What do you?
It would have been great if we actually had logos.
I like pissing people off. I don't like being pissed off. I like pissing on people. I don't like being pissed on. And tonight I'm pissed off and I've been pissed on. I don't like the reverse version of that. It sucks. Wearing my Superman shirt tonight. I don't feel like
you have Jack in the Box in Louisville. Otherwise, Kenny would not get them as a sponsor. That's
Rebecca,
the only reason that he
Rebecca, sponsors. You have written me claiming that people that know you accuse you. And you keep trying to tell me, Kenny, I'm not drinking. Well, stop acting like it. You said, Kenny, on my medications make me act weird. They say I say things that don't make sense.
So Becky, I've seen.
Do you not have the Google machine? Do you not?
You and the pussycat, and both of you are holding beer bottles.
Yes, both of you.
So
both
if you're not drinking from that beer bottle, why are you carrying?
Yeah, was it just a decorative piece? Is that what it is? Much like the pussycat. I got that in there. Yeah. Got that in there. The decorative piece. I like the pussycat, to be honest with you. Pussycat's more my age, Rebecca. At heart. How old is the pussycat, now that I think about it? I don't remember calling you. Sure you don't. I have no doubt about that. Oh, Lord. Is Rebecca the only one watching this show?
Apparently.
Actually, no, and you did get us on Facebook tonight. That's more than I could do. Ever since they've done this new shit, it keeps wanting me to do additional shit to make Facebook work. And whatever I'm doing is not working. You might have to Don Shula me, and you might have to have you coach me up to figure out what it is I ain't doing. I got my new iPhone today, the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. It came in today. I want you to know, Bob, that it came a day late and $1 short.
I'm surprised they don't give you an iPhone 18 as a result of it.
Yeah, they should give the only one in the world to have the 18 Pro Max. And so I want you to know that they send me a $1,790 phone in the mail that I'm supposed to sign for. It was supposed to be here at noon yesterday. Then it got adjusted to 5:20 p.m. yesterday. And then all those times came and arose and went, and I said I had no phone. So then I wake up this morning, no phone. Get notifications still in Lexington. Even though it was in Louisville at 1 a.m., they sent it to Lexington.
Sent it back to Lexington.
Sent it to Lexington. Well, you know where it came from? Fort Worth, Texas. That's the original destination of where the iPhone 17.5 Pro Max, they had to upgrade it to the 17.5 Pro Max. Didn't even know they made such a thing. And so at 10:30 a.m., it was in Jeffersonville. And I'm going, God, you try to do business with people. You try to be honest with people. So now it's in Jeffersonville, which is about 4 miles away from my door. And then at about 11:08 a.m., my son's over here. We're getting some paperwork done.
Jump out and jump back in for a second. I lost my sound, so I'll be right back.
All right. So my son's over here getting paperwork done to do some things he needs to do here in the near future. He steps out on the porch. He says, "Your phone is here." I said, "Oh, shake hands with the man. Tell him thank you." He said, "There is no man." I said, "What do you mean there's no man?" He said, "Well, it's just laying here on the porch." They dropped off a nearly $1,800 phone. Retail value. Well, I didn't pay that. But retail value. They drop off an $1,800 phone on my porch with no signature. So you just know somebody's going to do something about that. That's on the list of shit to do tomorrow. And tomorrow's payday, by the way, so that's always good. So we got a lot of good things done the past couple of days. But they drop off a nearly $2,000 electronic device on a porch. This is FedEx, by the way, did this. Says signature required. Says it right on it when they sent it to me. Signature required. So instead of sleeping in my nice, big, comfortable, king-size bed like normal, decent human beings get to do, I'm sleeping in my recliner. So that when I hear the knock upon the door, I'll either hear the knock on the door from 2 feet away, or my hound dogs will bark, as they always do when somebody knocks upon my door as unwanted intruders. Then between the barking of the dogs and the knock upon the door, I will arise from my chair, take the 2 steps to the right, open the door, and then sign for the nearly $2,000 piece of equipment that was being shipped to me. But no, they left it laying on the porch. Not even on one of the 3 chairs that's out there, laying on the ground.
porch on the ground. They might as well on the ground itself.
Treating my $2,000 piece of equipment like it's tripe. My replacement Fidelity card got better treatment today. It was also laying on the ground on the porch, but closer to my door than what the phone was. So I sent it to the iPhone store today
to have a big red flag on here said this phone is available for sale.
Yeah, this phone's available to anybody who'd like to take it. Just log in. Hell, here's Kenny's cell phone number if you'd like to have that too. So I don't possess the phone right now because I had to send it to the iPhone store to get the proper protective screenings and casings and all the various things. And it's an eSIM. So what do I need to do? Do I have to call Mint Mobile and get an eSIM? Because all my phones here have a little I just pop a SIM card in it.
Yeah,
I've never used. How do I do it?
I don't remember exactly. I think when you go through the phone setup, you tell it who your carrier is, and that your number, and it'll connect at that point.
Really? So as long as I give it with it. You can tell I didn't get my proper nappage in today.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. You were so worried about the round logos, whether or not they were going to be there.
Well, I was way more worried about the round logos than I was the $2,000 phone that was laying on the porch with no attendees and no signatures. Just wondering which piece of tripe was going to walk up and, hey, that looks like an iPhone 17.5 Pro Max laying right there in that package. Yep, that's what it smells like. Oh, and there's Kenny's unlimited credit line Fidelity debit card with unlimited credit. No limit. Just, you see a $434,000 car you want, just hand them that card. They'll give it to you and trust you can make the payments.
Yeah.
That was there. Somebody could have made off with $502,000 worth of goods today. Or $502,000 worth of goods today. Had they been able to sniff those packages out, they could have got my card, probably figured out my 4-pin passcode, my username, figured out my cell phone number. Yeah, Kenny looks like a Mint Mobile guy. He looks like a Ryan. What's that guy's name? Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Seacrest.
Joan, mother of Marianne, is in the house here today, so the Facebookers are getting it. Jamby Dammit is in here today. She sent me a picture of her and her heathen kid with a bag of rice. Joan, we got bras and panties. We call it the Jerry Lawler shippage. We got bras and panties for Joan's kids. Not Jerry's kids, but Joan's kids. The 3 lovely teenagers. Marianne, Leica. What's the third kid's name, Joan? The 14-year-old? We got Leica, who looks like Velma. We have Marianne, who's a lovely young lady herself. I made some new pictures for her yesterday. And that's kind of my thing now. I've been upgraded, Bob, to the Gemini 3.0.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called something Savannah Banana, something or another on the images.
Yeah.
Nana Banana, it's called.
The Nano Banana.
And instead of 2.5 Gemini, it's now 3.0. That went into effect about 4:30 this morning to let you know who was not sleeping at 4:30 a.m. So, yeah, it makes some beautiful pictures, and I made some great ones of Marianne and made some of Rain, my sweet little friend Rain, who's and I bought her a phone yesterday. God, I shouldn't be admitting this. We also got Marianne a phone. Marianne got a much better phone.
Yes, but, cheaper phone, folks.
Cheap. But poor little Marianne did not Marianne, but Marianne thinks she's wealthy. Rain did not have a phone. She's been borrowing her friend Princess's phone. But Princess ain't been getting her work done because Princess is very nice and loyal to the beautiful Rain, sweet Rain. And Princess ain't been getting her work done because she's sharing her phone. And she says, Daddy, because that's what they call me over there, Daddy, can you help me get a phone? I said, well, honey, I think
Daddy is Filipino for ATM machine.
Daddy / unlimited credit on the Fidelity credit card.
Yeah.
I think is what that stands for. And I said, we're kind of out.
Put it on that.
Yeah, I said, we're kind of out of the phone business. I said, the phone's over there. I said, even though they're $80, $100, we can feed family or two for 30 days with that kind of money. I said, we're kind of out of the phone business. Daddy, my teacher's got a phone for sale. And in perfect Filipino language, doesn't bother to tell me what it costs.
Yes.
This is sweet little Rain. So after some pumping and prying, that sounded horrible. After some asking some questions, Rain says, Daddy, it's, what was the quote? 2,000 pesos.
It's only 2,000 pesos.
Oh, well, it's always fronted by only. Well, do you have? No, I don't. Well, don't use the word only. There's Ryan Priebus there. She's a cute little thing, too. But they all are. Never met an ugly Filipino in my life.
Except for the men.
Oh, they're the ugly bastards right there. I don't like any of them. Don't like any of the men.
Dropping or leaving.
I don't even like men on my Alexa voices. A man interrupted and gave me my weather today, and I had to lecture my Alexa device in the bedroom. Don't you ever put a man on here to give me my goddamn weather report. If I wanted a man's voice, I'd use my own. Today's weather from Kenny Starmaker Bowl, and I'd do that. But some man popped in and gave me my weather report. So, I'm sorry. I was
available. I'm sure you'd be the first to sign up for it.
I would be the first to sign up to give the weather report to all the locals. And by the way, Dutch Mantel, he's upset. He thinks Alexa knows way too much about him.
I'm just saying.
I said it's not like I loaded my device with all that Dutch Mantel information. It seemed to know a lot about you.
It's not like
that you're a cheap non-charitable bastard is basically what Alexa said in so many words. It just said it more politely than what I just did.
Yeah.
That you would charge for your own funeral, which I didn't hear you deny. I also found out the net worth of James Elizabeth Cornett, and I found out the net worth of Dutch Mantel. Well, I know what Jimmy's really is, and it ain't what they're saying. And if Dutch Mantel's net worth is what they claim today, Dutch Mantel needs to be refunding his GoFundMe money. Yeah, that's right here live today. I'm going to start going around and finding out what wrestlers have scammed their fans out of money, and I'm going to launch a charitable contribution to where the money you scammed out of them you send to me. Because the people know they get their money. Because we're buying phones for little children.
At least go to a good cause.
Exactly. We're buying. So the teacher had a phone for 2,000 pesos, and I said, well, okay, that's more reasonable. Ask your teacher if she'll take payments. Teacher comes back, Lodi or something like that. I forgot her name. She agrees to the payments. Okay, we'll make 1,000 peso payment. Another 1,000 peso payment. Grand total of $35. We get the kid a phone. She says, oh, that's so kind of you. I'm going to use that money that you're paying for this to buy the kids school supplies for the ones that don't have supplies. I said, well, that's nice. At least you're not pocketing the money.
Yeah.
At least you're not you're using it for good. Hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pay the whole thing today. $35. We're going to get the kid the phone. Kid's now got her own phone. Now another kid gets a phone. The one that's been getting his phone taken from him, little princess. The princess gets her phone back. She can now focus on her studies. And now the kids that need school supplies got 2,000 pesos worth of school supplies because that's what the teacher said they're going to do with the money. Taking her at her word. What the hell's Rat Boy doing in here? When's the last time that little bastard donated? Donated $5. You'd have thought he donated $155.
Like Lyndon Johnson,
Rat Boy,
president.
Yeah, I think he was.
Maybe James Buchanan, as we talked about on the last show.
We were talking about gay presidents on the last show. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Other than Donald Trump, who are the other gay presidents?
James Buchanan.
And Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln, confessed gay man. Nobody's passing judgment over here, though. Nobody's passing judgment.
It's not my.
I had a very famous wrestling.
Denied it, right?
Hadn't denied it. I hadn't heard it. I had a very, very famous wrestling podcaster whose podcast is not as good as mine because there's memes out there that say so. Because I talk a lot about racism. I talk a lot about homophobia and transgender phobia, bolophobia, all the phobias. And he says, have you ever met anybody that ain't racist? I said, no, including myself. Oh, you're admitting you're a racist, Mr. Bolin? I said, yes, sir. I said, you wrapped the show that I admitted that I was a racist at. You never admitted you were a racist. I said, yes, sir, I did. I admitted I was a racist. I said, matter of fact, I'll admit it to you right now. And you're part of the people I'd like to admit that I don't like. Part of the class of people, the race of people that I don't like. And my son don't like them either. And we made it very clear. In the middle of a ring, somewhere in the south end of Louisville, Kentucky, in 1995, Kenny Bolin pointed at about 7, 8 different people out in the crowd. And it looked like I was pointing at black people, is what it looked like, because that's about how many was at the show. I said, I'm a racist. I'll admit it. I don't like you. And I'd look around. I don't like you. Oh, I especially don't like you. Look at you. And then I pointed at about 7 different people. I said, that's right. I think you've all figured it out who I don't like. I don't like stupid fucking white people. Summed it up. It went a place that the crowd was not expecting it to go. Well, we thought Kenny was pointing at the black people. No, Kenny likes the black people just fine.
All the black people popped.
Kenny likes the Asians just fine. The Chinese, the Taiwanese.
You were the Sputnik.
The Pekingese. I like the Pekingese, as a matter of fact. I was a big fan of Pekingese.
Yeah.
And stupid fucking white people.
They called you Sputnik Jr.
Sputnik Jr., they called me down there in Memphis. They tore down his pictures and put up mine, posters rather. Billboards. Sputnik Bolin, they started calling me. So that's kind of like a compliment. Who we got in here? Jazzy Jana from Louisiana's in here tonight. One of my favorite non-white people, I might add.
Yep. We had thunderstorms come through last night and today. It came through about 2:00 in the morning. Woke me up.
Did you see the video I sent you of the 2 cats and the dog in the window and the big lightning strike hits? And I think we had 3 animals that had heart attacks right in the window. I don't share a lot of cat and dog videos, but that one I got a chuckle out of. You see her right there on the screen. One of my favorite non-white people, right there.
You're not a stupid white person, Becky. So Kenny likes you.
Did I say you were a stupid white person? Some people have accused me, even though I'm half Cherokee. Red man, I guess is what they would call me. Red man. You seen Red Man chewing tobacco?
Redneck. Red man.
Redneck. So now, if you want to lay claimant to being a stupid white person, and I'm waiting, then we'll know what category to put you in. And now, Rebecca, I've heard that there's wrestlers calling around the neighborhood wanting to know if Kenny Bolin has named names about wrestlers from the Memphis territory that have made their way with underage girls going back as far as the 70s.
The Him Too movement is what they call it.
The Him Too. Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
He did it, and Him Too. And
Matt Prophet, you're about as Italian as that Hormel pepperoni I'm in the kitchen eating earlier tonight. Matter of fact, speaking of eating, I have to eat some shit on the air tonight that I don't have with me. So you take a couple minutes, and I'm going to go get a bag of Jimmy John's, and I'll be right back. Matter of fact, they got something new that I can't eat tonight. It's called the pickle wrap sandwich. Are you familiar with that, Bob?
I have not seen.
They somehow wrap a pickle in a shitload of meat, and I can't eat that. That
wrapped with the meat.
It's the pickle wraps the meat. One of the big giant dill pickles.
Oh, I thought. So the meat is inside the pickle. So
it looks like they've inserted the meat inside the pickle. I'm not trying to make anything dirty out of this. I swear I'm not.
And pickle man.
But yeah, there's meat inside of the pickle. And Cameron is dying to try it. And by the way, I don't know if Bob is going to be. It does now. Jimmy John's is current sponsor on this show. We'd like to keep him. Don't be saying that the pickle meat sandwich sounds disgusting, man. You filthy Italian. Is that racist for me to say? I think it is. I think I just made another racist remark.
Italian isn't really a
Rico's Italian. I got along with Rico just fine.
That's right.
Now, he's got other traits about him that make me want to bitch slap him a little bit, but not for being Italian.
Not when he's carrying a gun.
No, especially when he's carrying a gun on a podcast. I'm thinking about starting to. That's right. I just inherited a gun, didn't I? I'm a gun owner now.
Jimmy John's gun.
I haven't laid claimant to it yet. Pulled pork with mac and cheese bowl here. Well, that's good money that could have came to this show with you, because I know you just didn't make that in the kitchen. You ordered that somewhere, the pulled pork mac and cheese bowl. Probably from Qdoba. I had a big bowl from Qdoba the other day. The edible bowl.
Mm.
I got like 4 meals out of that thing. That thing is huge, and I didn't have to pay for it either because Cameron did. All right, so I'm going to kick out of the room, give you a few minutes to bitch, moan, and groan about some shit, and I'm going to get my Jimmy John's and my stuffed pickle. I might be able to show the pickle, so let me see if I can find it, and I'll be back within a matter of minutes.
Doesn't matter in minutes. All right.
All right.
I'll just take over.
Wrong guy, Bob. Can you do this job anymore? The wrong guy. Why don't you kick me out?
Now we're going to go here. All right. It's time for hockey talk on the Star Maker Bowl.
What? What the
So,
hockey
talk. Yeah. The hockey. Not the honky tonk, but the hockey talk. Now, we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I wanted to mention, for those of you who were keeping track of this, you asked about my dad. My dad has a biopsy scheduled for next Wednesday. That's when we're going to know what this spot on his lung is, whether it's something we need to be somewhat concerned about or seriously concerned about or not concerned at all. If you are a praying type person, I would appreciate prayers for my dad. If not, if you just want to, if you feel like doing good feelings or positive thoughts or whatever you want to do, I would appreciate it. So again, there's no pressure on you. If you don't feel like doing it, if you don't believe in that stuff, I'm not going to ask you to do something you don't believe in. But if you do, and I know some of you out there are believers, then be great. I'd appreciate it. And thank you, Matt, for that. Yeah, and I know others will be doing so also. So thank you again for that. Okay, let's talk about Kenny while he's gone. You know, man, that Bolin, can't trust a damn word he says. You think he's got an iPhone 17 and a half. Have you ever heard of such a thing? There's no such thing as an iPhone 17 and a half. There's barely an iPhone 17.25. No, I don't know. Kenny's a good guy. Hyperbole is his best friend, but Kenny's a good guy. Hello. I'm going to say hello to everybody here that's in the room, even if some of you don't have badges. There's, of course, our good friend Becky. Jambi is here. Mylene is here. Pedresa is here. Hope I said that right. Joan is joined us. Rihan, the Rat Boy, is back in town. There's Dinah or Dina, whichever that's pronounced. Nahara, of course, our good friend Jana. Eunice and Matt, the Italian, not an Italian sandwich. Let's see. I think that's everybody. Christy, thank you for joining us today. Going through here. Mary Jane Quinto, and there you go. All right, thanks. That's folks who popped up in the chat room and said something, said hello. Please don't be shy. Yes, we will hit you up and bug you for money, but it's part of the shtick here, right? It's not shtick. We do help a lot of these folks, so it'd be great to raise some money tonight to get some tarps for some people. I had some thunderstorms here today, but not near. Thankfully, the landscaping work that I had done to prevent the flooding into my house seems to be successful. And we had a good couple of inches of rain today. No backup onto our porch. No flooding in the office today. So hopefully that will be money well spent. Wasn't cheap, but yeah, so Becky's gonna get the storms tonight really bad. I think we need to get Jana to come on one of these days and just do storm talk or thunderstorm talk or just weather talk in general. So, or maybe we should make it a regular segment on the show every day. Weather talk with Jana. It's an idea. If we had a good producer on the show, we might make that kind of stuff happen. But well, we ain't got a good producer. Okay, let me see here. All right, I did want to talk about the hockey game. Those of you who are hockey fans, if you watched the Dallas Stars game last night, against the New York Islanders, night before last. Sorry, the Stars got robbed. My Stars got ripped off and robbed. Talk about your pets. Absolutely. I don't currently have any pets right now. We had a cat named Fred when my wife was still alive, and Fred passed away a couple of years. Now about 10 years ago now. It's been a while. My mom and dad had cats and dogs, but my mom and dad let their cats run outside, and their cats have a tendency to get into tangles with coyotes, and the cats typically lose. It's not a good sign, not a pretty sight when that happens. And then my brother's got a couple of dogs that we take care of once in a while, and they will make occasional appearance on this show when we are dog sitting for them. That's Jasper and Rosie. What about you, Matt? What kind of pets do you have? I know there's a little bit of a delay, so you could have typed all that in while I was just yammering along. But got 3 dogs, a Yorkie poo named May, 2 dachshunds named Scuppy and Pete. Are we going to be on next Thursday? Maybe for a little bit. It is Thanksgiving Day. There will be NFL football. There's always NFL football on Thursdays now, though. So it just depends. If the audience is here for us, if they want us to show up, then, we can be here. And if you don't, then we won't stick around for long. So that's kind of how it works around here. I think the boss man's ready to come back. He's giving me this wrap it up, shut up, quit talking. Let me get back on the stage where I belong, because I am the freaking headliner here. Hello, headliner.
Death and hockey. How appropriate for all of that to be tied into one conversation. Death and hockey. So the Stars got fucked, is what you were politely saying.
They did. They got fucked.
I didn't see a word about it. Didn't make my news feed.
They scored the tying goal with 0.1 second left on the clock. And then
what?
The goal
0.1? Not 1, but 0.1?
0.1.
Seems like some friendly clock shaving to me, is what it sounds like.
And the goal was wiped out because of a goalie interference call where our Stars player was pushed into the goalie, and they go, he interfered with him. I'm like, because he got pushed into him.
Well, that didn't show on the replay. They couldn't say the guy got pushed in and shut the fuck up.
The funny thing is that in the stadium, they didn't call it. It went back to Toronto.
Went back to Toronto. Oh, well, there you go.
Toronto goes, that goalie interference.
Well, if when you go back to the studio, you want to go back to a studio where we actually know a little something about hockey, to where they never win championships. Even right. I know that.
Obviously, they know a lot about hockey in Toronto. They just don't know anything about winning hockey.
About winning hockey. You got to win your hockey games. I think we have done Thanksgiving evening shows before in the past. If it's demand is there, I mean, we'll see how things go with the night, because Thursday we have the noon kickoff. Then I think there's a 3:30 game, and it seems like there's Thursday night games on Thanksgiving night. It seems like there is.
Yeah,
seems like there is.
Go Blues! Football. We have the Detroit game early on, a traditional Detroit game.
Yeah, Detroit always plays. Dallas always plays on Thanksgiving Day.
Playing. I don't want the standings. I want the schedule.
I just saw a big story on the guy that committed. He scored his first ever touchdown. I think a defensive guy had apparently a pick six or something.
Yeah.
24 years old, has run in with police and shoots himself in the police chase?
Yes, I think he'd gotten involved in a hit and run accident or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Made some bad decisions and then made a really bad decision.
Yeah, so, they paid honor to him, but my God, he kills himself during a police chase.
Yeah. So Green Bay
of a hit. Well, not running would have been a good idea.
Yeah, I
mean, shit.
Not hitting somebody might have been a good idea.
Well, sometimes you can't help that. I mean, I'm not criticizing him for that. It's the runnings where the trouble came in. Unless he had a bunch of drugs on him or something, then he felt he had to run. You know,
Cincinnati.
Maybe he had a Mexican in the car with him.
Oh well. Could have been. Maybe.
How about that court telling Greg Abbott to shove his redistricting up his ass? How about that? A Trump appointed judge told him to shove his shit up his ass.
Maybe. I think he had a guy named Bubba with him in the car, and that
could have been. Yeah, you can't have Bubba in the car with you.
So next Thursday night is Cincinnati and Baltimore.
Oh, the NFL's got Black Friday games this year?
Well, the Black Friday game is Chicago at Philadelphia, but Thursday night,
you know what? I think they tried the Black Friday game somewhat recently. That's kind of a new thing over the past couple of years.
The first year, I think, that they tried it.
Yeah.
And then they're doing it again this year.
All right. Well, shout out to Jimmy John's here real quick. And this bag, you see this big ass, that son of a bitch was full when Kenny brought it to the door today. I have weeded it out and put some stuff aside. They brought some stuff for Cameron, some stuff for Chris. That feels like the new. This isn't even on the menu. They made by request, and Kenny says if you ask him about it at I think it's 976 Baxter Avenue, to go up there to my local Jimmy John's where I go, where I'm king, where my picture hangs on the door, and if it doesn't, it will be soon. If you ask Kenny, the general manager, if he's there, just say, is Kenny the general manager here? And if he is, say, Kenny, I hear that there's a non-menu item called the chicken parm that you're very good at making. I haven't even opened this yet. They made a couple for my son, one for Cameron, one for me. I'm going to open that in a little bit, see what that chicken parm's about, because I've never had one. Now, this came a little earlier today. That's what's left of the spicy Italian. It was a little bigger than that earlier, but it's not as big now because I was starving. And
that would not be Matt Proft, the spicy Italian.
I didn't wait for the show. Now, here we go. I have not had a bite of this, and I don't even know if I can chew it or not. Probably not. This might be ugly. That is the stuffed pickle, I think. Yeah, that's what that is. That is the meat stuffed pickle. Can you see it good, Bob?
Yeah. Pickle.
That's a pickle with meat and cheese and various things in there.
No bread, just pickle.
No. It's meat inside pickle. So I'm going to unwrap it here and say, oh yeah, that's what that is. Oh my God. And this might get messy.
It'd be really messy, but we'll see.
Oh my, yeah. Oh God. I mean, there it is. That's meat stuffed inside a big ass
hot
pickle
dog bun. It's a pickle bun.
Now there's another half of this in the fridge. So I told him I'd try it on the air. So here we go. Crunchy as shit.
True that. No carbs.
That's better than I thought it would be. Oh, damn. That ain't bad. Ain't no carbs. I'll take that bite.
Is the pickle sweet or it wouldn't be bitter, rat boy. It'd be sour. Sweet or sour. Or dill.
Dill.
Definitely a dill pickle.
I can do this better than I thought. My 4 teeth are really kicking into there. Let me wrap that up. The stuff, and these are on the menu. You can order these. Let me towel down. Didn't say it wasn't going to be messy. Starving Filipinos go, what's he eating? That's all right.
Eating pickles in a sandwich.
Matt Prophet's already shit all over that sandwich. What else we got here? We got a brand new item. The Holiday Magic Cookie. Now, as y'all know, I'm a big M&M fan, and this is stuffed with M&Ms. I haven't had one yet. Haven't opened it yet.
Holiday.
And then old reliable
regular M&Ms, they're just like
yeah.
Triple
then the
chip.
old reliable, the chocolate chip. And there's several of these here.
Triple chip.
That's just
not just the chocolate chip.
Three different types of chips. Yeah, and the chicken parm. So I haven't opened this yet. There's 3 of these, 3 or 4 of them here. About 100 of them, as David Letterman said. That's what he said about the heavy. Must be 100 of them back there. Well, there's about 20. Oh, God, okay. Oh, shit. This is the chicken parm sub sandwich. That's okay. Half of it. That's 8 of the 16-inch sandwich right there. There you go.
Because Bob is 600 miles away. That's why Bob doesn't get any food delivered.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. That is the double meat chicken parm. Not on the menu. You got to ask Kenny about it if you at 976 Baxter Avenue,
27
Louisville,
miles
Kentucky.
If you're planning a
3
road
tenths of a mile.
closer to 835 miles and would take around 12 hours to drive.
So there you go. 12 hours to go get a sandwich.
Well, Bob has some sales skills.
Although 835 miles in my Porsche is not going to take me 12 hours.
Bob has some sales skills. We're kind of in the same business. Bob could call his local Jimmy John and say, hey, watch my podcast. Bolin ain't got nothing to do with it. It's my show.
Even though
and then he'll show the segment where only he's on.
That's right.
And
they're going,
and I preemptively
stars.
And I have preemptively started showing your logo on the show, just in the assumption that you would give me a sandwich next time I come down to your place of business. And the Blaze. Now, do you have Five Guys in Blaze near you or not?
Yes, we do.
How far is the closest Jimmy John's to you?
Jimmy John's is probably about the closer than Blaze.
By the way, that's the spicy Italian wrap, and that was a lot bigger when it got here earlier today, about 5 o'clock.
I did have Jack in the Box last night. I actually had.
Did you really?
Tacos and the stuffed jalapenos and a bacon ultimate cheeseburger.
So what you're saying, and you didn't say it, but I will, you made a fucking pig of yourself.
I did.
Because when I went, I had 2 tacos. The 2 for $1.59. Did they the same deal y'all got?
They're $1.99 down here for 2.
Oh, not here. No. That's outrageous. I just got to the real spicy part of that spicy Italian. Damn.
Yeah, so what's the best thing to get at Jack in the Box? I mean, their tacos are really good. I mean,
tacos are good.
And
I'm not saying this in a negative way. Shout out to Chamanga. Chamanga is the general manager over there that we approached each other at the end of the night. She complimented me on my good looks. I said, well, you look slightly above average. And no, we just talked a little business and everything. Told her that they used to be a sponsor on the show way back when because of Kenny from Jimmy John's. I said, when he left here, I went with him with Jimmy John's because he's a lot closer to me. And I said, but if you would like to be back on the show, I said, I like how you run things here. You run a good camp. You got good people, very friendly. That's the type of people I like to do business with. So if you'd like to be back on the show, I'd like to have you. If you have the power to do that. She says, I certainly do. I said, next question is, would you like to be on? They made some good sandwiches, Charlie Baker. This ain't that McDonald's crap we got the other day out in Carrollton, Kentucky. And I'll say McDonald's crap because they are no longer a sponsor on this show. So, mainly because of non-friendly services. Not that all of them, I guess, are like that. But we were dealing with 3 McDonald's down here. And if they didn't know who I was, the treatment could get a little rough. And management and non-management. I'm going, you know what? I am not going to put my name. Because if you're treating me like that, whether you know who I am or whether you don't, and they claim they didn't, or the treatment would have been better. Well, that's not the good answer. The treatment's supposed to be good regardless who the hell you are.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's supposed to be. And so now Jimmy John's is good stuff. Five Guys makes one hell of a burger. Now we got some competition because Jack in the Box makes a pretty good burger. But Jack in the Box is over here. We're promoting the Jack in the Box over here in Louisville. We promote the Five Guys over in southern Indiana, which we will be going to next week.
Bacon cheeseburger.
We might end up at Jack in the Box again early next week because it's real good. You got Subway there. Well, you got secondary sub sandwiches is what you got because they're not a sponsor on this show. But that stuffed pickle, if you like big dill pickles and meat, I don't know how you wouldn't like that. Pussycat has made it at you. Well, no one else has donated yet that I know of. Rat Boy, I'm getting tired of your excuses. And your check never comes, by the way. Rat Boy made a donation the other day that it had to clear customs through PayPal. And I think 31 days later, I got his donation. Pussycat. Pussycat is the only donation of the night of $10. You're getting some great entertainment over here. You're getting some fantastic advice of where to get your food, where to get your meat. A matter of fact, Becky, is when can you and Pussycat come over and play? Can you come over to my house and play? Gotta bring Pussycat with you, though.
With Chairman Meow.
With the Chairman Meow. Yeah, Chairman like play with you. Scooby will definitely play with you. Two Cow will tolerate you. And then there's me, depending on my mood. Pussycat. How old is the Pussycat, if you don't mind me? Well, I'll ask anyway. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, that's the only donation of the night so far. And even Randy the Macho Man Satterley, who sponsored this thing tonight, we haven't heard from him yet. Now, we're on early. There's no excuses. I don't know. I don't know of the financial conditions of the Jazzy Janas and the Naughty Nicole. Now, last time Nicole's normally good for about $60 a month. Jazzy Jana is kind of in the same ballpark as she's able to donate. I don't know who else who else we got? Donald Flowers. We're getting ready to ship out our computer to him in a little bit. Justin Celerio. I helped him fix his basketball the other day. Did y'all decide to go with a new basketball? Did you fix the one that I sent you? We got your electric turned on for you. That had been off for 3 months. I told you, don't let Mama let that electric bill get that far out of hand next time, because that's hard to catch up. Remember Pussy? Yeah, I remember Pussycat. I remember the Pussycat.
We're allowed to catch it back up 1 month at a time, folks. So when they get behind,
I sent Eunice money for gasoline for her motorcycle. It was $13 to fill up her motorcycle. She says it ain't going through, even though it shows it went through on my end. So Bob, what do you think that's about? And she sent me her Gcash. It's not there.
I would call I can't call anybody.
Can't call anybody. That's the problem.
Dang.
Dang me.
Sendwave or whoever. Dang old.
It did go through Sendwave. But yeah, she's been checking for the last 3 hours, and her motorcycle money has not gone through.
Yeah.
For her gasoline, and that's transportation for her, the kids to go to school, to get her mother back and forth to the hospital and to the doctor's appointments. I mean, it's not like we're giving them fucking tour money. I mean, they need that to survive.
Speaking of hospitals, I've not yet heard from Jelly Bean on how her
I checked in on her myself, and I haven't heard any. I checked in on her on surgery day, and I haven't heard anything yet either. Let's see. I'm waiting. Let me tell you when that's coming. There's 2 dates. There's the 5th of Never. The 5th of Never will be a good day to look for that. And the other date will be just before the midterms, when he can put his name on it and thinks he's going to buy some votes. And it'll work for stupid people. The stupid white ones, they'll all fall for that. Oh, Donald sent me $2,000 so I can buy some cheap health insurance. Yeah, that's what he's doing. A rebate from all the goddamn money he cost you when you try to buy meat. Now remember, the border's closed. Not one Mexican has gotten through since Donald Trump took office. Unless we need to tell a story about why meat's high, and that's because immigrants have been bringing their tainted cattle across the border. The border that they're not crossing, they're bringing their cattle and selling tainted meat to the farmers. That's the story they're telling. I swear to your God. I heard you on here preaching earlier, Bob. You were preaching. You
sent me an almost reasonable guy talking about God. I was like, who is this?
He was as reasonable as you get. Because it seems like because he says the Bible's good. Well, depending what part you read, there's some good segments,
right.
And there's other parts that want you to stone your children and stone your wife for not obeying, stone your children for not obeying. I don't know about. I forgot the comedian, but I don't know about that right there. I just don't know about that.
That part seems a little off to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I forgot what comedian said it. Another comedian that entertains me was on the Colbert Show last night. For some reason, Patton Oswalt entertains me. He was on Justified for a couple of seasons. The reason I have a go bag, and everybody wants to know, why does Kenny have a go bag? And even Timmy John eventually got a go bag. But he probably got that's my go bag. If I got to go, that's the go bag right there. Just some clear. I got 4 of these off Temu for like $8 or whatever. It was next to nothing. And then you got the other side there, just in case you didn't notice the first side, and it's clear. And everything I really need to function for a long time is in there. Debit cards, credit cards, cash. Shouldn't have said that part out loud. There's about $8,000 in there. 2 wallets, duplicates of every credit card I've got, every bank card I've got, keys, backup keys, Sharpies in case I have to sign an autograph for money. Who'd want your autograph for money? You'd be amazed. Blows me away sometimes. I'm now in the virtual autograph business. I'm trying to teach Dutch this business. I said, Dutch, you run big time television way more than me. If people will pay $25 to $100 for a picture of me, imagine what they'd pay for your ugly ass. Not that you're ugly, but some people see it that way. I don't think you're ugly, Dutch, but there's a lot of people saying it. A computer. Is Dutch Mantel ugly?
I don't have capability to identify person or comment about their personal attributes.
Computer. Based upon the knowledge I've given you about Dutch Mantel, would you think that Dutch Mantel is not a very good and probably a non-attractive man?
I don't make judgments about people's appearances or character based on limited information. What's your interest in Dutch Mantel?
We've talked about it before. What did I tell you about Dutch Mantel? Didn't I tell you about the fear that I have of Dutch Mantel? Why he treats me so bad? I didn't tell you about that. I think I did.
I understand you're feeling upset about your experiences with Dutch Mantel. It's clear this is a sensitive topic for you.
It is.
While I can't comment on personal attributes, I'm here to listen if you'd like to share more about what's been going on.
Well, I just don't know that you listened well the last time, because you should realize what an ugly man Dutch Mantel is, a hideous man, an awful man. He doesn't like me. His British bulldog friend doesn't like me. And you know why they don't like me? Because I'm decent and honest, and they don't like people like that.
I hear that you're feeling hurt by Dutch Mantel and his friend. While I can't comment on personal appearances, it sounds like you're dealing with a tough situation. Your honesty and decency are admirable qualities.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thank you. Thank you. You did not seem to be coached into that decision whatsoever.
You're welcome, Kenny. I just call it like I see it.
Yeah,
Your character speaks for itself.
You're a major league umpire, and I respect that. I respect your decision about me. Okay. Apparently we're done. I was talking about something in here earlier today, and the bedroom device started putting in its 2 cents worth. And Chris was here. Chris said, "This starting to creep me out." I said, "It's starting to creep me out, and I don't get creeped out." But but trust me, Dutch Mantel's not an attractive man, and he knows it. He knows it. What's with that? What's with the backward hats? What's up with that?
I don't know. I think
I've noticed a lot of stupid white people wear their hat backwards. I'm just pointing out the obvious.
The funniest thing I've ever seen was a college kid with a backwards hat on, and he's going like this because the sun is.
Yeah, the college kid with his hat on backwards. I saw that, and he'd go, "Damn, that sun's bright." Apparently not college educated, just college attending is what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because if he just turned his stupid fucking hat around, it could have solved his vision problem.
Yeah, only if the hat came with some kind of
if only the hat had a device attached to it for such a thing.
Would block out the sun. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something stupid I did once. Just the one time. I was at the gym. This already sounds like a lie. I was at the gym with my son. And my son's trying to tell me something, and I can't hear what he's saying. So, as he's trying to tell, I go, "What?" So I take my glasses off so I can hear better. And he says, "You did that like that improved your hearing." And it allowed the sound to go through the eye sockets, penetrating the ears, allowing amplification for me to be. See, I had an answer. Yeah. Of course I can hear better. It's going right through the eye sockets to where I can hear you better.
Absolutely.
Made perfect sense to me.
Hips those eardrums.
Yes,
Out for a
yes.
second. I'll be back in.
He's leaving a lot today. What's he doing? What's he up to?
Nefarious and no good thing.
Nefarious. I had a feeling. There's the princess. Hi, princess. That's the princess. That is Ice Cream Jennifer, by the way, for those of y'all that don't know. That's the ice cream. Oh, my sweet little friend. She's been helped recently with some things. Little Mia Tropicana. There's a lot of names in there. I can't. Charlie Baker's a lot easier. See, as opposed to that name, Lil May Tropo Canete. I don't know. I think I'm close. And then we got Charlie Baker. Charlie, what? Charlie, we're Cardinal fans, man. We had a tough go of it last week. Charlie, what I got to do? Get a badge. Get a YouTube membership. Some type of a donation. You know, my brother died. You heard about that. I own all his stuff now. Yeah, me and Tim had some difficult times, but as Tim of the Oliphant would have said in Justified, we dug coal together. There's Mr. Lemley. That's like turning down the car radio. I'm not sure that I haven't done that too. Turn that goddamn radio down so I can see. Shit. One of my Filipino friends called me the other day. She calls me about once a month just to check in, see how I'm doing. Very sweet young lady. Just graduated college. You're subscribed. But you're on Facebook. And subscribed is one thing, but that's free. You don't have a membership. They're $3 Charlie. The show support for the show. Donations help feed our families in need here, Charlie. Charlie, spend some of that Big Mac money. Charlie going, God damn, he's hit me up for a donation again. Yeah, you did the free part, Charlie. You did the free part. Congratulations. But we're Cardinal fans, man. We're digging coal together. We also now we looked mighty good against those goddamn Yankees. Those fucking Kentucky Wildcats. Had to put an ass whipping on there. How about Michigan State just putting a ass whipping beat down on the Kentucky Wildcats in New York? That didn't go well. They're going to fall in the rankings. I never did see what the rankings were for the Louisville Cardinals basketball team this week. Did we flip-flop with Kentucky? Because we were 12th, they were 9th. I would think we would at least flip-flopped with them. We only had one donation, and that's been from the Pussycat. We appreciate the Pussycat. We'll see if anyone else has been kind enough to donate tonight. I hope so. Service, you got money. Daniel Lemley, of all people, shows up in here with a donation, a $15 challenge. Surely to God, you people can match my donation of $15 measly dollars to try and help these families in need. We got tarps to buy, guys. We got tarps. We got medication. We got food. We got more tarps. More typhoons are hitting there. And we found a way to really help these houses quite a bit. We're buying, it's roughly a $30 to a $40 tarp that covers the entire house, one end to the other, about a 30-foot tarp, and then it ties to the side of the house where it won't blow away. And as Joan and her 3 daughters and a son that lives there too have told me, we now can sleep in peace and we don't have to worry about getting wet at night because you spent $40 on us to keep us dry. And but it takes a team of us. I mean, I can spend $40 once or twice. When I get my bonus checks, I got a little extra money I can kick their way. But if we get a few $15 donations, $20 donations, 30 in some cases, we can help a lot of these people be dry at night. Not one of you in here that's in America is going to bed at night wondering if when it rains, if you're going to wake up wet. A lot of these people have that fear and that worry and that concern. So, what can we do? Charlie's good. Charlie's a good man. Charlie good for something. Come on, Charlie. Don't be like Timmy John. Be charitable. Be decent. You have a cardinal logo tattooed to your arm. I know there's decency in you. unlike most people in Carrollton. Not to badmouth Carrollton. We wouldn't want to do that. I'm sure you do plenty of that for me. But so far, we only have 2 donations. The Pussycat with $10 and Daniel Limley with $15. Haven't heard from Michigan Mike in a while. Haven't heard from Donald Flowers in a while, other than the purchase my computer. He did do that though, and I told him I was using all that for the folks, the Filipinos. I don't have to. I mean, it's a personal item I sold, but I made a deal. I made an agreement. I already used a good chunk of it. And let's see here. Checking my Fidelity account. They owe me an $84 refund. Let's see if I got... No, I do not. No refund. They said it might take 7 days. There's my sweet friend Quinn that I made some beautiful pictures for her. Beautiful young lady. In college. She needs help with her school fees. She's in college. I think she's either a junior or a senior. Oh, there's Charlie. Hey, Charlie, there you go. $3 out of Charlie. Way to go, buddy. Step in the right direction. Now go to your bank account and donate $100 to make up for all the weeks you've never donated. See, this is a multi-step progress here, Charlie Baker. Yeah, we made some very nice pictures of Quinn. We got that update on the AI 3.0. And Quinn sent me a couple of pictures of her. We sent those to AI and said, hey, create some new pictures for Quinn. And then they came back with some beautiful pictures for her, college girl. And she needs help with her fees for her, I think she's a junior. You'll have to smarten me up, Quinn. You'll have to tell me. And it's 5,000 pesos. It's $100. I said, well, we don't have enough for that. She says, well, if I can make a down payment, that'll be a big help. And the down payment is $2,000. I said, well, if you can raise $1,000 on your end, we'll try to raise $1,000 here and at least get your down payment on your college fees. And then maybe 30 days from now, we can raise another $1,000. You raise $1,000. And then slowly but surely, we knock out the college fees that you owe for your either 3rd or 4th year of college. I forget. Oh, I got to send Hart some money so that her Pussycat's broke. Oh, little Pussycat. I know how Pussycat can earn a couple bucks. Just let me know what time y'all can get here. And I think I know a way the Pussycat could earn about 10 or 15 bucks tonight.
Stenography work.
If she's motivated. A little artwork out of Pussycat.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much. So right now, Bobby, we're sitting at $25. And go ahead.
$25 after an hour is kick out money.
That's UPS money. They make about $27 an hour in some cases. Y'all gonna force me to sit here. Oh, you know what? I haven't tried the M&M cookie yet. We'll do that. I ate a meat pickle for you guys. $25. I ate a meat pickle.
Thank you, Charlie, for getting your membership. However,
we do appreciate the membership. Who out there amongst you has eaten a meat pickle today? I might be the only one.
Donald Trump.
Trump ate a meat pickle. Here we go. All right, here's the brand new holiday cookie from Jimmy John's. I just broke it to show the package there again. That's it. Yeah, there's the package for the holiday. And it's loaded with M&Ms. They said, well, I love me some. Matter of fact, I just bought 2 jars on Klarna. I use the Klarna, Bob, when money's a little tight. I use the Klarna because I wanted $26 worth of peanut butter M&Ms. Well, if I spread that out over 4 payments, it's like I don't even notice it.
When you're having to deal with your iPhone 17.5 Pro Max.
Yeah, well, there could be a refund coming.
Porch.
Oh, look at the inside of that cookie. Look at all the M&M inside of that cookie right there. So let's try it out. I might have to get some of that 17 in a... Oh, and did I hear you on there giving false information?
Yeah.
You tried to claim with a straight face, and I couldn't even see your face. I'm assuming it was straight because I was in the kitchen. I could only hear you. That you were claiming that there's no such thing as the 17.5 Pro Max. That there's barely any of the 17.25.
That's right.
Of the 17.25. Like they only got those in Texas. Well, the phone I got delivered from Texas. If anybody's got the 17.5, it's me. Came from your neck of the woods. Worthington. No, I'm sorry, Irving. That's a good cookie, guys. That is the holiday. When you go to Jimmy John's, Rebecca, tell them the Starmaker sent you over here at 976. Bring the Pussycat with you. You bring Pussycat with you, you might eat free. Because I'll meet you up there. That's sweeter than a date with a Pussycat right there. I'm not getting me a pickle. I bet you do.
That's not what you said back in the day.
Now, you didn't have to go there. That was uncalled for.
I heard that she was a pickle queen at the pickle festival.
I'm the honky tonk man. No. I'm the honky tonk man.
That's what you told
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm funky. I'm bad.
Yearly pickle festival, and Becky was the queen.
The queen of pickles.
Something
Becky.
like that.
Is the Pussycat the queen of pickles? Is she the new reigning queen of pickles? I don't know.
Could be.
So what you're telling me, Becky, is if we do get together, you ain't getting to meat pickles, what you're saying. Well, that's taking away a lot of my motivation to get y'all over here. If you're both coming over here on a meat pickle diet, I don't know. I don't know if I'm as motivated as I was before. Jimmy John's going, I wish we'd never told Kenny about the meat pickle. I'm getting a pickle, does eggplant. Bob, you want to decipher that for me?
No, try not to.
Bob, that's a good cookie. That's a good cookie. How far away is your nearest Jimmy John's?
That's a good question. Alexa, how close is the nearest Jimmy John's to me?
The closest Jimmy John's is about 6.9 miles away, located
Bad.
at 9986 Grapevine Highway in Hearst. They're open
There you
until
go.
10 p.m. today.
There you go.
How long is yours open?
Till 10.
Mine's open till 11. So, but you're on the central time. They got things a little backwards down there.
So Becky says she'll take a pickle, but not an eggplant.
Not an egg. Okay. Well, we all have options. So how's your other Memphis friend doing? You got a phone call from him. You was telling him how good I was at saving old pictures, which I've gotten pretty good at that. I have took some old pictures and brought some new life to them. Some of my own. One of yours. Brought a lot of life back to a picture of you and Bill Superstar Dundee. Don't know how old you were in that picture, but we're not here to talk about that. Actually, I think Becky was about 19 in that picture, to be honest with you. Now, there's other pictures of Becky that are somewhat questionable. Where she might have been 13 and a half. I don't know. I don't think she even started going to the garden until she was 14. I'm a honky tonk man. I'm cool. I'm cocky. He shouldn't have said that. He should not have said that. Bob, did I tell you how good this M&M cookie is?
I think you said it was sweeter than Pussycat.
Sweeter? Well, I don't know if it's sweeter than... I'm trying to find out if it's sweeter than Pussycat. With a beer in her hand. I think if I can get Pussycat over here with a few beers in her hand, I could talk her into trying that meat pickle. That's all I'm saying. And I showed you the meat pickle. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, she's not.
Don't be making something dirty out of this, guys. I'm talking about meat pickles over here.
That's right.
If I can eat a meat pickle, she can eat a meat pickle. 8th grade, going on 9th on way. I'm the honky tonk man. I'm cool. I'm cocky. I'm definitely bad. Might be going to, well, never mind.
Bad to the bone.
I never saw a guy turn whiter than when he saw Becky Adcock in the chat room that night. How many years has that been?
Not enough, apparently.
Apparently not enough to make him forget. And I heard the honky tonk man block you. Was there a reason for that, Becky? He don't talk to me much anymore, but that's over his fascination of somebody else that likes pickles, Donald Trump. I asked you
to
in that
ask
video.
me.
Good cookie. I'm glad I didn't eat all the meat pickle because that saved room for the M&M cookie. Had I put all that meat in my mouth and ate it all,
You might not have had room for the pickle or for the cookie.
For the cookie. I
Or
would
the
like
pickle.
to.
Well, the pickle and the cookie. You know, who
Another
knows?
one of my look at there. Look at that. Little Cheska wearing her Bolin girl shirt that she bought right off the rack there in Calbiog City somewhere.
Yeah, at the Bolin store.
Mm-hmm.
Bed Bath and Bolin.
Bed Bath and Bolin. It's part of the mall over in the Philippines. And you just walk in, get your Bolin merchandise there for just a few pesos. A few pesos and a smile. And I would like to get my daddy's shirt. And when you mention that I'm your daddy, you get a discount on your shirt, like she got. Yeah. Just walk in and bought that off the rack. It looks like a little medium there, Cheska. That a little medium. Matter of fact, I sent Cheska 10 days pay the other day because Cheska needed some medication. She's got some breathing issues she's been dealing with, going to college and working. And she works in one of those areas that's not really exuberant about paying the minimum wage. So to help her get her medication, I sent her 10 days pay. A lot of you out there going, well, how much is 10 days pay for Cheska? That was, it was 1,000 pesos. So I sent her $17. This kid works 10 days for $17. Charlie, how much do you make for 10 days work? Charlie Baker. Charlie going, God damn, I just spent $2.99 on a membership. What do you want from me? 10 days pay, Charlie. That's what I want.
10 working days, not just 10 days out of the 2 weeks. No, we want 10 working days.
And people go, well, what does she work? 1 hour a day? No, she works 8 to 10 hours a day for 100 pesos per day. Now, Jasmine, who has graduated, works in a grocery store, a convenience store, and she makes 550 pesos a day as a college graduate. 550 a day is the neighborhood of $10, Bob. Probably not even 10. I'm doing good, Cheska. I'm always doing better when I see you and know that you're doing good. You're my sweet little friend. And I love you, baby. Love to love you, baby. That's a little Donna Summer there for those of you that didn't know. They said, no, that sounded like Kenny Bolin doing a bad Donna Summer. Nope, blocked me. Well, is that not what I just said? I said, didn't the honky tonk man block you? I love to love you, baby. Where Pussycat at? I think a beer and a pickle, me and Pussycat get along just fine. I don't like a drunk, though. She can drink, but she can't get drunk. That's the rules. Going to be strict about that. Well, let's see if we're still stuck at 2 donations. Now, we are going head-to-head with the ball game right now. It kicked off at 9:15. And, buddy, 2 donations, I think, is it. Daniel Emily with 15.
We've been here over an hour, so
we tried. $25, guys. That's all we made tonight. But we tried. And I ate a goddamn meat pickle on this show for $25.
There you go.
And people are out there going, well, at least you had a meat pickle. Wow, that's shameful. Oh, I agree.
Name of the meat pickle. We might actually have to do another show called The Meat Pickle Off, as Kenny compares the meat pickles available from all the different restaurants in Louisville.
All the various restaurants that have meat pickles. We could do that. I am considering doing a watch-along of Monday Night Raw on Monday, which I think would have Cameron joining us. I guess Bob would pitch in on that one. You could do that on Monday, couldn't you? Just to try it and see how it went.
More than likely.
And if Coltrane is back up to doing a show, if he wants to pitch in on that one. And now we can't show the show here. I don't even think we can have the audio, so you'll have to try to sync up with us as best you can.
The video here, unlike some shows.
Some shows have done that. Some shows do that. I wish we could get by. Well, I'd like to throw it up on the old 100-inch here behind me with audio, and does everybody watch mine? My TV's bigger than yours. So just buy a TV that's bigger than mine and then watch my show on your 120-inch, and then we'll all be watching basically the same size television, give or take.
At that point, we'll all be the same.
Yeah, we'll all be the same. That's how that would
Great
work.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
120.
Please donate after the show. If you're watching the show late, if you're any of our guys that, the Michael Riders, the Jazzy Janas from Louisiana's, and Jazzy might not have it in the budget yet, but Jazzy donates when she can, and we appreciate her. Nicole always donates when she can, so we appreciate Naughty Nicole. Michael Ryder might be getting around due to help us out again. We sure hope so. Good Chris, we don't know what happened to him. I'm assuming he's dead because he's a good guy, and I don't know why he would not write us for 4 months. So we're just going to assume Good Chris is dead, and we don't like to bother the dead. Now, if he's not dead, he can reach out to me and prove to me otherwise. We're going to assume he's
not
dead.
dead, Good Chris.
Yeah. Well, I hope he's not dead, but why else would he not write for 4 months after being known as Good Chris?
I know.
I can only assume he's dead. If you haven't heard from me for 4 months,
dead,
not a
Chris.
word, wouldn't you assume I'm dead? Probably.
Pretty close.
Dead or a dick. Pick a D.
I'd call Choco up on the phone. She wouldn't answer.
She won't.
Yeah, I would.
Well, Scooby. He wants you to come over here and let him out. That's what he'd want, because he'd hold it until you got here. He'd hold it till you got here. So,
good boy, Scooby.
Good boy, Gooby. So, yeah, if you're matter of fact, I'm going to have to let them out in a minute. I got to get let out. I got to go back and let myself out, and then I got to let the dogs out.
All right.
And see if my $1,700 phone's laying on the porch. That's what I need to do.
17.5.
So Monday, I should have that phone active and ready to go.
On Monday, gonna maybe do a watch.
Yeah, we're strongly thinking about it. It's not etched in stone, but we're thinking about it. And as far as Thanksgiving, guys, sneaking up. Oh, by the way, shout out for all the birthdays coming up. These are all the birthdays. One of the sweet girls, maybe Rain. I don't know if it's Rain, but one of them's got a birthday coming the 28th. If you're the 28th girl, write me and remind me, let me know. Then on the 29th, we have Chenny, Ruby May, Eunice, and then we have Dutch Mantell, Jerry the King Lawler, JBL, and Paul RJ's wife, all on the 29th. So I got to go to the bathroom real bad. No post show. I got to go. Doggy's got to go. Everybody got to go.
He's out.